Siri Emerald here. Forehead of security. Really? Yeah, let's see if this will hold up. Just knock the little piece off. In the process of the world, getting myself ready, and all of a sudden the time slipped right on by, throwing stuff on the floor. Good morning, guys. Good afternoon. Good evening. From whatever part of the world you happen to be in, hello. I was messing with Captain America shield. Time just went right by. How are y'all doing? Am I on the right one? Now my computer's froze up. Oh well. It's going to take a minute for me to be able to see the chat. I haven't put these guys away yet. I normally get in here an hour early to try to do all this. Like I said, I got hung up on my Captain America and lost track of time. So what y'all up to? Oh my goodness. There we go. Toys Mafia, how you doing, man? Jake. Error occurred. Please try again. Is this thing on? There we go. An error occurred. Please try again. Are you guys seeing playback at all? Sheesh. I am having serious technical difficulties, I must say. I think it's coming through, but I'm not seeing nothing, man. Jeez. It'll pop up sooner or later, right? I don't see any chats or nothing. Now what in the world are you doing? I hate this computer. I really do. I absolutely hate it. Oh, come on. I am live. Thank you. Thank you, Mini Maker. I guess I'm just not allowed to see the video. So I don't know what to open up. I've got a lot of stuff to open. I just don't know what to open. I'll tell you what I think I'm going to open. Actually, How about I just show you guys what I got to open? I'll tell you guys. I've got an Eric Killmonger. I've got a Mark 85. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 Gamora. I have a Loki from Avengers, first Loki. I have Odin from Thor Dark World. Doctor Strange from Infinity War. Nick Fury, the first Nick Fury. I've got a Captain Marvel Universe Superhuman from AC Play, Captain Marvel version. I have first Falcon. I have Captain America First Avenger. I have Captain America Winter Soldier. And Captain America Avengers. I have a Bruce and the Hulk. I have first Deadpool. I have the female Venom. Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man. A Dewback. A bunch of Star Wars stuff. I guess it wouldn't do any good to ask you, because I can't see the chat now, because now my Google page is shut down. Oh my God. I swear to God, I start an hour just preparing for this. I don't just walk in here at 7 o'clock and sit down and expect everything to be working. Everything should be working because everything was working. I mean, I wasn't looking at the computer. I was playing with my shield over here, trying to get it on Captain America's arm, which is always a pain in the ass. And so I wasn't watching the computer, and it decided to do something stupid. And now it's not responding because I hate this computer. Pages are unresponsive. Can't open this page. How about can you open this page? You can't open this page. I got a phone call coming in at in an hour and 20 minutes. So at the bottom of the hour, the next hour, we'll probably have to end the show. The phone will ring. And all right. We're back in business. Toy Mafia. Good morning, Siri. Good morning, Toy Mafia. First in line again. Jake D. Good morning. Mini Maker. I know we've already gone through this, but now I can actually see you guys. Save on. Mason. How's it going? CBS Sci-Fi. Hello. I'm doing well. I'm doing better. Awesome. Working on your end. Well, that's good, right? Working is good. Oh, no, this is working on your end. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Robert. Hiya. How you doing? Saturday. That's right. There is parts of the world where this is actually Sunday morning. That blows my mind. That absolutely blows my mind. Like in New Zealand, for instance, it would actually be 2 a.m. Sunday morning. I don't even understand that. Why am I not seeing the video? This is the damnedest thing. That's okay. I don't need to see the video. I just need to see the chat. So is there something out of that entire thing that interested anyone specifically? Because if not, I think I know what I want to open up. I don't need to open one up, but I'm going to open it up. Anything at all. CBS Sci-Fi, we had 3 original Star Wars movie posters sealed for over 31. What? Just taking them to the shop to get them framed. Wow. Open Turn of the Jedi poster. First time I've seen it in 31 years. Wow. Now, so back then, VCRs were very rare. So I don't know if you have the actual movie posters or if you have like the distribution movie posters. Which one is it that you have? Why do you want to live in Australia or New Zealand? Everything is poisonous and kills you. Yeah, God, they would look great. They would look great. Was there anything that I named that sounded of interest to anyone that they wanted specifically for me to open? If not, I'm gonna do this Mark 85. If y'all have nothing else that comes to mind. There's two prequel posters. Nice. Jeez. I had a bunch of movie posters from, video release, which are different than the movie posters. And I lost them in a move one time. I mean, I had a ton of them. None of them were in frames. They're all still rolled up. But they were all, the movie posters from the theaters. Or, I mean, not the theaters, from video distribution. And they were different than the movie posters. Still look cool on the wall. They're still just as big. Well, they're still big. Probably had a couple hundred of them. All sorts of movies. Mark 85 from Avengers Endgame. So this is the not battle damage version, right? Two versions of the original posters and a... So I think I've already unboxed this first. Don't remember. I think I have one already unboxed. 50 over there. Did I not unbox this already? Swear to God I did. I'm almost positive about two of these. Maybe not. That's a 50. How have I not? Well, I guess I have not unboxed this. So I won't rush through it, because this will be the first one opening up. MMS Mark 80, MMS 528D30. So the 30th die-cast figure they've ever made. MMS Mark 85 from Avengers Endgame. Man, I swear I opened one of these. No, I must not have, because none of this looks familiar. How did I skip this? How did I not open this already? So this is the suit that he wore when he snapped it all back. So when Thanos had the Infinity Gauntlet, it was on this hand, right? And then when the Avengers made their Infinity Gauntlet, they made it for the right hand. And this is the non-battle damaged version, I believe. think they had a battle damage version. And God, I don't remember if I bought that or not. I'll tell you what all we got here if I get it all out of the box. Not a lot of accessories. Pretty weak, actually, in regards to accessories. But I think they made 2 versions of this suit, right? And that would explain why there's not much. How did I not open this already? What is wrong with me? I like the predominance of the gold in the thigh and the knee there. I don't remember the suit much from the movie. A lot was going on in the movie. And I don't remember how many times I watched the movie. Maybe only once. Isn't that crazy? I need to go on a binge watch of all the Marvel movies, 20 plus, whatever it is, including Venom. Just watch them all. Man, I'm excited about Black Widow coming up soon, right? And Carnage. Y'all aren't excited about Carnage, are you? I am. I am excited about Carnage. So they definitely have a whole different way of getting Carnage out of Venom, it seems. In the comics, if y'all remember, Eddie Brock was put in jail with Cletus Cassidy, and they shared a cell, a jail cell, and the Venom symbiote went to the jail cell through the bars in the window. Think about that for a minute. They had windows they could open up and look out the bars. They're not doing that nowadays. Anyhow, Venom entered a jail cell, the symbiote did, and bonded with Brock and got him out of the cell, and they went out through the cell, and when they left, I guess one of the ripped bars or something caught a hold of the symbiote and ripped a portion of it out. Now, at the time, they didn't explain it. It just seemed like it was a portion of it that bonded with Cletus, and it became Carnage. Later on, we learned that it was a Venom seed, more or less, an offspring that was there in the Venom symbiote. And when they took it to the Life Foundation in San Francisco, they were able to extract 6 more seeds from it. They kind of touched on all that. It did it a weird way of doing it in the movies. They kind of all turned it upside down and backwards and retold it in a different manner. But same gist of the whole thing. But that's where that came from. And that was in Spider-Man number 359, I think. Is that right? 360? Don't remember. Long time ago. I love my Iron Mans. Okay, we got a lot going on here with this suit. I mean, a lot. I'm going to have to read the instructions. You almost always have to read the instructions on an Iron Man suit. It looks great. Looks great. Man, I swear to God I opened this, but I didn't. I thought I had I thought I had two of them. I guess I didn't do that either. That's all right. Y'all know I'm losing my mind. They look great. I love my Iron Man. And I guarantee he lights up all over. So we have a... is that a cross-eyed Tony Stark? I think I've got a cross-eyed Tony Stark. Come on. That's going to make me have to look at the names on who's responsible for this. I don't know, guys. His eyes look a little whacked to me. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. Didn't I already say that? I don't know what it is. Something looks up with his eyes. Let's see who's responsible for that. All right, here we go. Head sculptor, GOX Elam Just Sung. Don't know who that is. Head painter, JC Hong. Head art director, JC Hong. So I don't know who Gox Elam Ji Sung is, but that's who did the head. Laco painted the armor. And you know, each head sculpt is hand painted. Which means each one is truly a unique work of art. Micro 85 Infinity Gauntlet. Looking pretty cool. Replaces the arm. You can see the little square in there that it snaps on with. And then we have the neck piece for the helmet that would retract into the suit. We have fists. We have repulsor hands. And we have articulated fingers. So just the basics right here with the Iron Man. We'll be reading this. So the optional back, which of course would look like that from the front. A whole lot of screws in that. I wonder what's going on with all of that. I'd have a hard time believing it's got lights in it because I don't see any right off the bat. Sure is interesting though, there'd be all those screws. Avengers Endgame posing stand, articulated rod, pack of batteries, a lot of small ones in there, a lot of batteries, and the lobster claw. God, I opened this already. But I do not remember this figure at all, so I must not have. I absolutely must not have. I think I can assume. Yeah, like I said, I had a couple hundred posters and I lost them all in a move. You know how that goes. Lost a lot of things in a move. They shrugged their shoulders and said, "Don't know what to tell you. Sorry." So they're gracing someone else's wall right now. Oh, do I want to light up the head? No, I don't. I'm not going to light the head up. We know how the head lights up. The battery goes up here on the top, and it just shines through the eyes. Nothing fancy, nothing new there. Don't need to see that again. I'm not going to bother putting the batteries in just to take the batteries out. You see how easily that popped up? I mean, really easily. I have had faulty heads in the past, but this thing was sitting on the floor here for probably 2 months. Guarantee a Sideshow or whomever, Big Bad Toy Store I got it from, is going to be like, too bad, it's so sad. It's been sitting there for 3 months. We're not past the warranty period. A little magnet in this, just barely holds it in. Real easily coming off, which is nice. Sometimes you really have to pry and scratch to figure almost to get the cap off because it's snapped on. This is pretty ingenious. A little battery, a magnet in a little square there just taps right in there. Um, Having said that, the faceplate don't open up, so there's no magnets in that. So that's where they put them at because remember the helmet retracts, which makes it nice. So the first thing they talk about is the putting the batteries in the helmet. We have batteries in the chest for the chest arc reactor. We have batteries in the bicep, which control the pulsar thrusters in the hands. We have batteries in the thighs, it appears. Looks like this entire piece here on the side of the thigh comes off, and that will power appears that there's a light here at the top of the thigh. Right there at the top of the thigh that it powers, just one little bitty light. The Infinity Gauntlet's fingers are articulated. So, of course, he can snap his fingers, but he would be battle damaged, right? Says there's air flaps back here on the back. supposedly right here. There we go. Oh, that it's held on by a magnet? Is that right? No, that one didn't pop out like that. Well, the one on the left just popped right off. Look at the air flap right there. And his left shoulder just popped clean off. I think I've dropped a goober on the floor. One of Miles' goobers. Little articulated piece of plastic hinge here, which wasn't in there very good. I gotta tell you, man, Hot Toys quality control is getting worse and worse. There's no such thing as Hot Toys quality anymore. I mean, that was a saying to show the attention to detail and the quality of the figure, of how believable and realistic it looked. But they have really gone downhill quickly. I don't know what the hell's going on. Saving a buck or a yen or I don't even know what they use in. I use dollars in Hong Kong. I think they use dollars in Singapore, don't they? What do they use in China? Looks like the only piece you have to remove in order to put this on the back is the same piece you would remove for put the batteries in the chest. Real simple in regards to where the batteries go. The only thing they're adding is the thigh. I want to look at this waist here. It doesn't say much. It just shows that it can be extended, which we've seen quite a lot on the Iron Man figures. Okay. Pops from the chest from the stomach and then from the abdomen to the thigh, waist. So there's two places that it separates at. So much for that magnet that holds onto the top of the helmet. That's it fully extended there. And that's it not. So you have the top separates from the waist, the abdomen, and then the abdomen separates from the waist as such. And they're not designed to be made, make him look taller. It's designed to be able to pose him into like a crunch or a twist that he wouldn't be able to get into normally. By the way, IKEA finally gave me my money back. After holding on to it for 3 weeks. Bastards. We have a little this little piece right here, this little bitty square piece right here, lifts up and out of the way for articulation. So same thing over here, lifts up and out of the way to be able to pose him. And this also moves. So by extending this and adjusting these pieces up and out of the way, you can bend him forward as such. Okay? I don't know why you'd put him necessarily in that pose, unless you're trying to do some type of a seated pose. Move these two hip pieces out. Because wasn't he sitting when, you know, this gives him a good sit. So now we practically have a 90-degree sit. Actually, we can get a 90-degree sit here. That's practically a 90-degree sit right there. That's darn close, as a matter of fact. I've got a Mark IV over here. I have in a seated position too. So this is from the Randy's Donuts scene, Mark IV diecast. He actually seems to sit better. I bet you I can do better with Tony here. Maybe the hips don't come down. We have a much better sit here with this Mark IV diecast. Okay, this is to recreate the Randy's Donut scene in Iron Man 2. Okay, let's check this instruction manual. See what am I missing on the hips. The legs can be extended for better movement. Why aren't they coming down? Are they already down as far as they go? It can't possibly be. They were not. Really had to put some effort into that. All right, let's move these little hit pieces up out of the way. All right, so they can be extended and then wiggled out to actually get his feet together even in a seated position. Oh, this is better. This is better. This is better. Much better. And I don't remember how his legs were as he was seated here. I really don't. Sorry. But now we actually have a further bend than the Mark IV here. So that's good. That's good. You can really get them down. So I'm actually very impressed with this. Very impressed indeed, actually. And I am curious if this lights up, including the infinity stones. So let's take care of that. Let me show you all the pages in here. It's a lot. 11 pages. Mark 85. And I'll just flip through this because there are times when I have to be reminded how in the world to service the figure, where do the batteries go, and I can just reference the video myself. I need to start labeling my videos again. I've been so lazy. It's not lazy. Non-motivated. You know, just it's difficult to want to do anything. I am suffering from depression, but it's not clinical depression. All right, it's what do they call it? Depression that happens from a situational depression. So I'll come out of it. It might not be for years. They normally don't medicate someone in situational depression compared to somebody who is clinically depressed. But I'm suffering from depression, guys. I really am. What was it that happened the other day? You know, everyone has their own belief of what happens to us when we pass on. Nobody knows absolutely for fact. You can believe something yourself to consider it fact, but you know, it's challengeable. But it's your own personal belief. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I'm always reaching for the supernatural, and we have these coffee beans. My wife loved coffee. She loved it. And we have regular coffee that we would grind up, and we'd have decaffeinated coffee for the afternoon and evening. She'd drink it 24/7. She didn't care. She didn't even drink caffeinated coffee, but I was like, you've got to drink this decaf because you need to get some sleep. So yeah, the decaffeinated coffee you kept in a different jar, which is kept on top of the refrigerator. The regular coffee is kept in a giant jar on a counter that had the coffee maker and the coffee grinder and the carafes for coffee and fresh water and whatever else, and all the little coffee area, little coffee mess. Um, so anyhow, this glass, it's a pickle jar, big old pickle jar like you get at Costco or Sam's Club. And one big one has all the regular coffee beans, and a smaller big one, big glass pickle jar, has the decaffeinated one. Well, since the decaffeinated coffee wasn't used much, it was kept on top of the refrigerator, which is right next to the coffee mess. And I mean, it's been up there for years. It comes down, you make the coffee, and you put it back up there, nowhere near the edge of the coffee pot. And the gosh darn thing uh, literally fell off of the top of the refrigerator for no apparent reason. I mean, it was this far at least from the edge of any edge of the refrigerator. It fell off the refrigerator right onto the coffee counter, broke the carafe that the Mr. Coffee maker makes the coffee with, and another carafe which is for the fresh water, because you don't use an old coffee pot to put water into your coffee maker, because then you'll have a dirty coffee water and you're dirty in your coffee pot. So we use a carafe just for fresh water, filtered water, to go into the coffee pot. Both of those were thrown to the floor and smashed. The pickle jar totally survived. And I was like, what in the hell? So anytime anything like that happens, I always look toward the supernatural and assume that possibly my wife is here in the house, whatever, communicating with me or something. And again, maybe I'm losing my mind, but it's some type of a comfort thing, I guess, whenever this happens. And so I've had to order new carafes for that reason. But always I'm reaching for anything. That's how desperate you get whenever you have a loss like that. And that's what's going on in my mind. Um, Also, there was another time I was walking through the house, and I walked through the hallway, and I just felt really disoriented. I mean, I literally felt like I was falling forward and just going to fall flat on my face. But I didn't lose my balance. I didn't have to catch my feet up or grab anything. I just felt disoriented, like as if I was falling forward. And I walked through the hallway, and then the feeling went away. And I don't know. Again, reaching for the supernatural. I was curious if it's possible I might have passed through her spirit at that point. I don't know. Nobody really knows. We all have our beliefs and faith and opinions on things, and those are a couple of things that happened to me recently that really stuck with me. And because I miss my wife, I miss her sorely. I really do. And I spent a lot of time thinking about her and crying about her. So that's what's going on with me in that regards. This bicep armor piece seems to be on a hinge. Is that for possibly, I don't know what? Why would that be on a hinge there? Ah, so that's pretty ingenious here. This bicep piece comes up and can rotate up out of the way, because in order to be able to do the full finger snap, you have this double jointed elbow. Okay, so with the arm extended, the bicep piece sits like that. You can pull the bicep piece up, okay, and then up, so out and up. That way, with this double jointed elbow, you can get the hand right up here in order for him to do an I am Iron Man pose. Look how far that really gets in there with this bicep piece up and out of the way. It's able to close down. Otherwise, this inner elbow here would not even be close to being able to do that. Really nice. Really nice. Good thinking. So otherwise, with this down, that's as far as you're going to be able to get forearm up towards the bicep. See how it separates? And you don't want that to push into that because you'll damage the paint. So you're going to want to pull it up out of your way, out of its way on yourself, so that when it gets up there, it doesn't touch those two pieces. There's actually a gap there, if you can see that. So you can get a good snap. Nice. Very nice. I was looking for there to see if that's where the batteries go. I'm then going to assume it must be the tricep area. It appears to be the bicep. Let me look at this. No, it is the tricep. So it's in the back. Yeah. It's in the tricep. Really digging how much this bends over. The video image is foggy. Better? I just fell behind this morning. All these things I normally take care of. And my video's not coming up at all over here. Still not getting a lot of sleep. I just can't sleep. Most nights, 3 hours. And then I'll do that for 5 or 6 days. And then one day I'll get 6 or maybe 8 hours. And it might go 2 days like that. And then right back to 3 hours. It can't be healthy. Told a friend of mine, I said, he was asking about how I was doing since the loss of my wife. I said, well, I tell you, man, I pray you die before your wife does. Now, that may sound extremely harsh or a mean thing to say, but I got to tell you, the grief is so bad when you've lost a loved one. You know, I would hope that you wouldn't want to go through that. So then you're putting your wife through it, right? That's pretty mean, isn't it? Or vice versa. Can't win for losing, man. Can't win for losing. So the ones in the bicep are the L521F or the AG0s. The one in the thigh is the AG1s, LR621s. And the one in the chest, the back actually, for the chest, is the AG3 LR41. And the one in the helmet is the AG1 LR621. So the helmet and the thigh are the same, so you'll have 9 of those batteries. The biceps, you'll have 6 of those batteries, and 3 batteries for the chest. So that'll help you figure out which ones go where. You know, I watched WandaVision, and I have to say, I got a pretty good gist of everything that was going on in it by watching it just once. I watched The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and literally, I'm of the opinion I need to watch it again because there was a lot going on that I think I may have missed. And oh my God, this looks beautiful. Oh my God. Oh, jeez, guys. So I think I'll watch The Falcon and the Winter Soldier again. You know, there's so much story in all the movies and everything, uh, that if you're not really paying attention, some of the story will slip by that they'll bring up later. It almost makes the movies like something to study. I know, it sounds crazy. But then again, I'm pretty sure I've lost my mind. I've lost my marbles. I like that. I forget which movie it was. One of the Batman movies where Jim Carrey played the Riddler, and at the end of the movie, he asked for Bruce Wayne because he wanted to tell him he knew who Batman was, or something to that effect. Sometimes, whenever these guys make a movie, they get so wrapped up in the fact that it's a comic book movie that they think they need to make a comic movie, and they don't want to treat it serious. And that ruins the whole thing, you know? Just because it's a comic book movie doesn't mean we want it to be a comic movie, you know? And I'm happy the way that they did uh, the MCU. You know what I mean? And in contrast, I'm happy the way Fox Studios did Deadpool. And I don't mean comic as in comedic. I mean comic as in funny papers, comic strips, you know? Okay, so this piece, this little Y here, the top is the gold, and the bottom is the bottom here. Somewhere it should be popping clean off. Here we go, the very top. The very top of it is a little fingernail spot. Just pull it straight down from that. Just right here in between the Y's there. I don't remember how they engineered the Iron Legion figure, but I remember it was definitely engineered differently than all the other Iron Man suits, and I was hoping they were going to continue that. They did not. They pretty much have kept these engineered the same from the Mark II on. What the hell? You know, as soon as I tilt this up, that screw is just going to fall clean out of there. And it did, of course. The batteries sure are going in very easily. That's nice. I've had so much difficulty putting batteries into these Iron Man figures. It's not even funny. I mean, I'm talking batteries flying across the room. So I guess some things have improved. They don't have the spring in there so tight that you couldn't even get the third battery in. I think one time I actually only powered it, a suit up with only 2 batteries. Surprisingly worked. It's only 3 volts coming through at that point compared to the 4.5 that a LED normally requires. So no light coming through this. There's 2 lights up here at the top of his back. So as I put this, I don't know what you call it. It was a thruster, wasn't it? Maybe a thruster and a weapon. I don't remember. When you put it on there, it covers up these 2 top lights right here. So I thought there might have been some type of a bleed through, but there's not. Nothing anywhere. He's looking good. He's looking good. Put him back into a standing pose so we can see him all lit up. have to put the thigh pieces in. A big piece comes off right there. This is the left side. I just had him in an I am Iron Man pose. Or was he on his knees? Help me out there. Was he sitting flat on the floor or was he on his knees? I don't remember. So the thigh pieces are the same batteries that go into the head, the helmet. On this one, they're going to make it hard, right? No. I might just get this done just in time for that phone to ring. Cash register went down last night at this company I work for. You get a troubleshooter this morning so they can make some sales. This screw in this thigh travels deep before it grabs any threads. I don't understand the purpose of that. Sure makes it difficult to come out in that manner. He was on his knees. All right. Well, we will do that. Yeah, this screw is totally out of the threaded area, out of the socket. Should be nothing holding this in now. You know, it's funny on this little battery door, they actually tell you now the batteries that go in it. There we go. Sheesh. All right, last of the batteries right here. Wish me luck. All right. Let's click them all on, put them back together. Left leg. It's a lot of work for one little bitty light. Right leg. The feet come down, toes go up. It's a double jointed knee, but you don't get as far as you do here. That's as far of a bend that we're getting. Left arm. Of course, in the I am Iron Man scene, the helmet was off. Did I not turn this one on? Thought I did. There we go. Take this piece off to replace it with the head. And this gauntlet looks amazing. That's a 10-minute reminder. I'm about to get a phone call. Let's kill all the lights. So I don't know whether his knees were spread apart from that or not. Even the fist has a light in it, which is unusual. It's not normally the case. And I don't know if you can see the Infinity Gauntlet there, lit up. Let's turn the lights back on. What do you think? What do you think? I'm digging it. I love all the lights. I wish they'd done that with Spider-Man, Iron Spider. That was stupid for them not to do this. He was lit up just the same. It was absolutely stupid not to do this. They really just cut all the corners on the Iron Spider. They should have done it like they do the Iron Man suits in regards to lights in the chest and the all over that he has on him. Really disappointed in that. Alright, here he is all put back together. The finish stones aren't lit up real bright. There's just one bulb in there, I guess. But I mean, you can see them, which is well enough. One in the thumb, 4 fingers, the back of the hand. Works well enough. He definitely stands on his own. Those shoulder pieces come up and out. Which is great for putting this arm up. You definitely want to take this little shoulder piece off, because with the shoulder piece on, I can't get it up as high as I can without it. It gets in the way. This little shoulder piece pops right off to keep it from getting damaged. I was looking for missiles. That's what I was really doing. I am Iron Man. I am inevitable. I am Iron Man. Love that. Love that. I am Iron Man. Remember, even from the first movie, I am Iron Man. So, of course, he's going to look great in my collection. I don't believe I'm missing any of the suits that have been made. That's not true. I have every suit represented, but there are a couple suits that I don't have that I probably will never get. The original Mark 1, I have the Mark 1 2.0. The original Mark 3. There's a couple of Mark 6s that are limited editions, you know, as such. But I have representations of all the suits that have been made. So there we have them. Or there. I'm going to cut this. Like I said, I'm expecting a phone call in about 5 minutes to help fix the cash register. So, guys, thank you very much for joining me this morning. And gals, guys and gals. I am Deadpool. Yeah, what was that little video that Deadpool made, Ryan Reynolds made, where he's like in all the movies? So, thank you very much. I've got 100 figures on back order at least on order. So there's no telling what's coming when it's coming, but definitely got a lot of stuff here to unbox. And I appreciate you guys. I really do. Love every one of you. And I thank you for spending your times with me, chatting with me. And I'm so happy to hear of your projects that you're doing. I have a Patreon if you want to support me. Just a little tip. Throw a dollar my way, a couple dollars, whatever you can afford. If you can't afford anything, don't throw me anything. Just a nice gesture. I think he's probably going to get posed with this. I really need to make sure I've got that battle damaged one on order. Because, right, that's the one that hasn't come out yet. Because, for fact, that's the one I want to put into the I am Iron Man scene pose, right? So I have to figure out something with this. So I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you all. And I love you. And stay safe. And love your partner, whoever it is you're with, because you never know when you're not going to see him again. I knew she was passing away, but I expected to be another 5 years down the road. Cherish every second. Love you guys. Peace.